Alright, Elites, what's going on? Welcome back to the Theeliteace's Gundam Collection, part 3 of 3. This is the final video out of the Trinity, and I'm going to end it off with a very good Gundam series right here, Gundam 00. Now, to many, this has been ranked and titled as one of the best Gundam series in a long time. This was liked more than Gundam Seed and Destiny by many. It had a more darker feel. It was more straight to the point. It gave them that Gundam Wing feel. So this series, it was pretty good, very good. You know, the organization Celestial Being, their purpose was to eradicate wars. And before the series came out, I was telling my brother about it. He was skeptical because he felt like it was a jock off of you know, right here off of Gundam Seed, how Lacus and Kira and his Gundam, they had the Trinity 3-ship alliance, and after and right there, their main goal was to stop wars, but they were a separate faction and they did not kill. They would just aim for the main cameras, the arms and legs, and you know, they would demobilize the mobile suits, you know what I mean, immobilize them. However, Celestial Being, well, they'll kill your ass. And I like how on Gundam 00 they put a lot of attention and focus on different countries and nations. Like, he's the ace pilot in America, Graham Aker, forget his name, he's the ace pilot in Russia. She's a super soldier part of Russia. Of course, he's a mercenary. And these are, believe it or not, the style of mobile suits they have. They have xeon drives. And the xeon drives placed on the back of the Gundams, I mean, it has no propulsion system, so they couldn't figure out how did they fly, and they emit these particles. I don't know if you can see the xeon particles. That's like the distinctive trait that they have. And they can you know, yeah, they can do pretty much a lot of damage. Now, this is season 2. It does a time skip. Season 1, right here, that's the main character, Setsuna, and then that's him. Now, I don't know if you can tell the difference in the time skip. That's him there, that's him there. But anyway, it takes place like 4 to 5 years after. And as you can see right here, that's his main Gundam. Here it is, season 1, standing strong and proud. Bam, and there it is 5 years later, all messed up. Matter of fact, there it is right there. You know, it continues on through the story. And that's him older. And that's his other new Gundam, the Gundam 00, hence the name, Gundam 00. And for all of you who didn't know, the writer and director of this series, he was the same guy who made Full Metal Alchemist. So it was interesting to see something mecha, especially Gundam, being done by him. And during the interview, he said, he asked Bandai and Sunrise, like, why me? You know, you couldn't get anybody else who was more knowledgeable within the Gundam franchise. But hey, he made it work, I'll tell you that. Really did. And each character, how they're so, each of the main characters, I call these the double OG boys. You know, you got the G boys and Gundam Wing, the G boys, the G Gundam, which are the Shuffle Alliance, and you got the G boys and Gundam 00. They are all different and unique in their own different ways, like their background. I mean, I just love the uniqueness of it all. So, like, for example, I mean, this guy, the main character, Setsuna. Well, I don't want to spoil it, but he's something special about that guy. Him, this guy, Ace Marksman, had a twin, you know, that's twin brother, getting revenge for his family's death. Him, don't want to spoil what he is. Him, he's a super soldier. Each one has their own background and a history and their own specific skills and traits, and their Gundams are catered to how they are. Some say that sounds similar to Gundam Wing, but hey, I guess that's why a lot of people liked it. Now, the movie, Gundam 00, the movie, Awakening Trailblazer, this was the first Gundam anything to where the main villain were aliens. Yes, extraterrestrials. This was a very, it was a good movie. Of course, they got their Gundam upgrades. But at the end of this movie, it does a time skip. See, it takes place in the year 2315 AD. Yeah, but in this Gundam series, the universe, how you had UC, AE, all that kind of stuff, this took place in our timeline, which I thought was cool. I didn't see nothing special, you know. Like I said, I don't know why they don't put no sleeve jacket like they did back in the day, but I mean, not sleeve jacket, but something in here. But hey, what are you gonna do? You buy the movie to watch it, right? That's the home world of the extraterrestrials. But this was a very good movie in my book. A lot of people complained that his new Gundam, the 00 Quantum, didn't do a lot. Like he showed up in the end, and you know. But to be honest, he is the main character. With this Gundam is so powerful, it wouldn't even have been a movie. If he would have showed up early on, it wouldn't even have been a movie, because he just wiped out the entire fleet, almost pretty much down the whole alien race. So that's that. And that is all of my Gundam DVDs. Now on to, you better believe it, the Gundam games. Let's start out with, you know what? No, I'm gonna take it back even further. I'm gonna show you all something you probably have never seen, only heard about, or probably forgot about, and I still own it on PlayStation 1. Gundam Battle Assault. This is a very old, rare title. Naturally, can only be found online. It was a 2D Street Fighter style fighting game. As you can see, still have the game, still have the manual in very good condition. Let's see what mobile suits and Gundams are on here. You have Wing Gundam, the Zaku 2, the Xeon, I hate that thing, it looks stupid, the Sazabi, Queen Mantha, that's from Double Z Gundam, can't stand that. Up, and there's the Double Z Gundam right there. The High Gog, the very retarded looking mobile suit. The GPO-2A, that's that nuclear Gundam. That's exactly what that is. From 0083. The Ack guy, popular in Japan, but I can't stand that thing. Quillaby, can't stand that thing either. And the Z Gundam. Silent Bomber. Oh man, I used to have this. Click the thumbs up if you remember this, or ever played it or had it. It was a good game. What the hell? Vampires, get in touch with your inner psychopath. What the Hellman's mayonnaise is this? I don't remember that. Oh well. Yeah, so that was Battle Assault 1. So when I heard about this, I had to get it. Battle Assault 2. As you can see, you have Burning Gundam. As it's called in America, Burning Gundam, but in Japan it's called God Gundam. But America is so sensitive, you know, had to switch to Burning Gundam. First Gundam, and Gundam Wing Zero Custom from Endless Waltz. This one, I love this phrase. It's time to suit up or shut up. I love that. As you can see, we have Gundam Rose from G Gundam fighting. I think that's a Zaku pilot. Then we have Amuro in the new Gundam fighting Hero in his Gundam Wing. And there's the mobile armor from oh god, 0083. Who was that? Zax and the Tall Geese 3 fighting Troa and Heavy Arms Gundam. Again, in good condition. Let's look at the book. Damn near flawless. Now you gotta take care of your rare good stuff, right? There's the story. It's mainly based around G Gundam. You know, you got street mode, versus CPU, versus 2-player, selecting game mode, time attack A, B, survival, record options. It's a damn shame how you got, you know, current games out now that don't have those traditional features like survival, you know. I mean, those traditional modes. Burning Gundam, Gundam Wing Zero Custom, Gundam Maxter, Death Scythe Hail Custom, the very first Gundam, Gundam RX-78, Zaku 2, there go Nuclear Gundam as I call him, GP-02A, Gundam Rose, which is from France, Bolt Gundam from Russia, Gundam Heavy Arms Custom, Sandrock Custom, I forgot he was on here, Altron Gundam, Dragon Gundam, he's from Neo China, New Gundam, Sazabi, and Master Gundam, which he's from China also, Tall Geese 3. Yep. And last but not least, in the Gundam franchise, Gundam Battle Assault franchise, you have Gundam Battle Assault 3 featuring Gundam Seed. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, this game was very, very difficult to find. I don't know if it was due to low print, but I mean, as you can see, I seen on Toonami, Natsume, all that stuff, all that crap. I mean, I had to get this off the line. And it was rare. Look at this. Remember that? The old blue disc. Now this one, they really focused on Gundam Seed. They really did. And you're gonna see why. Let me get to the default selectable units. Now you had the 2-team attack. One thing I like about it, for 4 players. I do like that. Look, you got Strike Gundam, L Strike Gundam. It's an easy move set. Sword Strike Gundam, Launcher Strike Gundam. That's the one thing I didn't like, man. These are all the same freaking Gundams, but they just had different striker packs. It didn't matter. Aegis Gundam. There go my boy, Dual Gundam. You have Buster Gundam. Blitz Gundam. I was talking about him earlier in the video. Well, no, part 2 or 3. Freedom Gundam. Justice Gundam. You have the M1 Astrays from Orb. The mobile suits titled Gens. The Bakus. The Zeno or Zeno, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, now it's the default one. And of course, they promote the hell out of it. You know. But finding this, man, was very, very, very hard. Alright, now on to, let's see, Journey to Jubaro or Jubaro. This was like the first big main popular Gundam title to come to America. Not the first one, but it was like the big popular one, you know, redrawn animated cutscenes from the first series. This really educated me in the 1-year war, you know. I mean, this had a lot of additional content, man. I mean, the modes that it had. I mean, it had, you look at the schematics of a mobile suit, and like right here where it says gallery, go through each one. When you highlight them and go to mobile suit viewer, the actual in-game animation of the mobile suit drops down, and a female voice talks about the mobile suit and actual live dialogue. Story mode, stage select. Of course, that new mode, I forget what that was. Record, gallery, options. Look at that, good controls. Playing it now, no, for this time it was okay, but you know, had your different saber attack. It played kind of sluggish, but you know, it was very authentic. You know, I know a lot of people think like, what the hell? See, story mode, and I love that when they put the anime image clip mixed in with the in-game. This had all the side mobile suits. Well, you had Gundam Alex from 0080. See, just like I was showing in the early video. Then you had the Army Gundam, Shiro Amato. And you had that guy, Yao Kojima, in the Blue Destiny. Well, as they call it, the Blue Shock. Then you had the Sniper Wolf, this guy. All these extra side ones, and when you unlock them, man, I love the way it does it. They talk to you like you're actually, you know, playing. Like, for example, you unlock him, he comes down from his Gundam and say, "Hey, I heard you're a new hotshot pilot. You know, hopefully you'll do a good job." He lends out his hand, like, you know, giving them dap. But yeah, Battle Assault. What was this calling me? Sorry about that. That was Journey to Jubaro or Jubaro. I'm gonna save the best Gundam game for last in my book. Now let's move on to Zionic Front. To me, I don't care. The hardest Gundam game ever. Yes. This one you played as Xeon. Yes, you do get to unlock the Gundam. There is no such thing as a Gundam game where you do not play as the first Gundam, the RX-79. There's just no such thing as it. But this one was very, very hard and tactical. It had some good graphics for its time. Right there, that's actual in-game. That's not in-game, but this is in-game. But, oh yeah, right here. Look at that. The Gundam universe meet the squad-based action of Rainbow Six. Come on now. This is very good. Now, just hopping into this, for someone who doesn't have the patience or the brain stem to comprehend this kind of thing, like I'm gonna go to the setup. Before you go out on a mission, the setup. I'm telling you, there are some things you really have to coordinate, because like things like, I don't know if you can see it, things of this nature, you have to set everything just right. You know what I mean? It keeps it real. Armor is the weakest in the back, so when you get shot in the back, man, like this, you get to lay down pinpoints, strategic things where you want them to go. Look at that, look at that stuff. It's probably giving you a headache, I know. But once you take control, oh man, it gets good. Attack, avoid, issue the commands. This was a pretty fun game. It really was. But it was also the hardest. Look at this. I own all of these. Well, I own this in movie form. And I don't know if you remember these CD protective things. I call them CD condoms. You know, just put that over the CD like that, and it protects them. Okay, that was Zionic Front. Now let's get to Gundam Encounters in Space. I was very amped about this one because 70 plus units. I'm seeing things. I was looking at this like, these are mobile suits from UC Century, Gundam Seed, G Gundam, and it played almost similar to Zone of the Enders. I mean, he had all these features. Y'all see mobile suits and mobile armors from 0079, 0083, Gundam Wing, G Gundam, and Gundam Seed, plus original mobile suits created specifically for this title. 2-player versus mode, play as one of the ace pilots and relive the legend. Create your own unique pilot in mission mode. I did like that. It was kind of limited. I mean, hell, this came out. When did this come out? Damn, I know it said 2003, so it was limited. But it did give you a good history lesson in the Gundam timeline. It really did, because it had you playing as characters before they were even aces or legends. You know, like the Black Tri-Stars, I got to play as them before they were even known as the Black Tri-Stars. And see, this is how the gameplay feel was. A little bit to some of the Zone of the Enders. Ascend, descend, retreat, up, left, down. You know, you had your full 360 parameter. But the thing is, it was only in space. The closest you get to play on Earth is, I think, in a colony or on Earth, but it's like in an Earth atmosphere. You know, that's the only down thing about it. See, fight, sub, weapon, armor, all this kind of stuff. I own each and every last one. But see, I also like Lupin the Third. I also like the care of dialogue, because you put anybody in any mobile suit, they'll say something about it. I do like that. Okay, this was a rare one to find also. Mobile Suit Gundam Seed, Never Ending Tomorrow. Right here, this was sort of similar to Encounters in Space as far as the gameplay style. As you can see, Still have the receipt. Oh man, September 29th, 05. I know which Gundams those are. This is like the ultimate Gundam Seed teaching experience. This goes in depth just like it does with Encounters in Space, because it takes you through the paths of some of the characters before, like Mula Flaga. You actually get to play before he was known for taking out all those gens. Like all the main side manga characters. Oh, and people do the same thing. You fight certain people, they say something else regarding to them. You know, it's not a thick manual, but this game, it was a good Gundam Seed teaching experience. It was the ultimate Seed experience, because it wasn't just Gundam Seed the anime that was in it. It was the mangas, the side stories, everything. Now, right here, Mobile Suit Gundam, Federation versus Xeon. Now, I do not care. I will debate you till the cows come home about this being the greatest Gundam game franchise ever. Because I'm going to tell you a quick mini story. At one point, I went to get Onimusha 2. My brother took me to the mall. I walked up in EB Games before I worked there. And I went to get Onimusha 2, and next to this. Now, I seen this actual cover in game books before, like commercial pages. I seen it up there. I'm like, huh. They got Federation versus Xeon. Onimusha was 40. This was 50. I needed like $8 more. And I went to the car, asked my brother if he had $8 more. And I'm telling him, like, man, is this now? He was like, is it 2 players? I'm like, yeah, it's 2 players. Man, we gotta get it, So he gave me the $8. I got it. But before I bought this game, I kept looking at the screenshots like, man, okay, I see it's in the UC era, but what is so different about it? I did see a little difference in the model, like the design models, and of course Gold Award Japanese Famitsu magazine. And I started reading the feature. I'm like, okay, voiceover performed by actual television series actors. I'm like, okay, split screen reaction, head-to-head arcade style. Choose your side, whether play as Federation or Xeon pilot. Awesome campaign mode. I said, whoa, over 200 missions. I'm like, oh, hey, wait a minute now. Then new outer space combat take full advantage of 3D environments with fast and furious battles in outer space. Responsive controls and highly detailed characters make the action real. So I open it up, and I remember I was sitting in the car. I'm looking through it. I'm like, okay, I'm looking through it. So next thing you know, I get to this page. I'm like, units. I'm like, cool, okay. I'm like, RX-78, the first gunner with his rifle, his bazooka, gun cannon, gun tank, RGM-79 gem, or that they call it GM. I call him the gem, the ball. I don't play with that thing. Ground Army Gundam and a ground gem. So I turn the page. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, that's it for the Federation units, because I'm telling you, I was so used to Journey to Jubaro that I see these little bit of units. I'm like, man, that's it. Nah, these are the Xeon units. Right here. I'm thinking that is it. But little did I know, I looked very carefully. And right here it said right there. I don't know if you can see it. Come on, focus. Focus. Capcom. See it right there. Capcom. And I'm telling you right now, any Gundam title with verses in it, something versus something, and it's Gundam, it says Bandai and Capcom, that's how you know it is the best. You know, when I mean detail is good, detail is good. The next thing you know, they come out with the sequel, Gundam versus Zeta Gundam. This is the whole Zeta Gundam series and the whole first Gundam series. This game, I remember the day when I bought this. Look at this, my memory card is still in here. This game was pretty much flawless. I mean, okay, it don't show a lot of manuals, but it was, I mean, a very good Gundam game. I mean, just think about it, Capcom getting their hands on anime games. That just goes without saying. And of course, I have, let's see here. Where is it? It's part 1. Of course, Dynasty Warriors Gundam 1, we know about that. I had part 2, beat part 2, downloaded some missions, went through those missions, got rid of it. Now I have Dynasty Warriors Gundam 3. So the next Gundam game I'm waiting for is Gundam Extreme versus Full Boost. That's on PS3. I will import it in the future when it comes to console, because right now it's coming to arcade. So look out for that unboxing. But that's it, Elites. I know we're going into 25 minutes strong. That is my Gundam collection so far. By the end of this month, I will have the Gundam Unicorn volumes 1 and 2. So look out for that unboxing. But yeah, thank you for watching this quick 3-part mini Gundam collection series. So hopefully this hyped you up for getting into Gundam, or it sparked something in your Gundam soul to want to get back into Gundam, or finish your collection, or start a collection. Just thought you would like to see that. Hope you enjoyed it. This is Theeliteace. I'm signing out.